maintenance, or a dream remodel, Angie makes it easy to see reviews, compare quotes, and connect with top local pros who can get the job done right. Plus, you can see upfront pricing and instantly book hundreds of projects. No phone tag, just the work you need done at a time that works for you. Angie's got your to-do list covered from start to finish. Book your next home project today at Angie.com. That's ANGI.com.
Can we share something with you? It's a secret everybody needs to know, because what we're sharing includes everyone. At the Bay Club, we've got a totally new shared membership. Now up to 6 people can all become part of the Bay Club family together. Go ahead, add that motivating workout partner, that hoops-loving coworker, and that friend you love to share every moment with. Now that we've shared our membership, who will you share it with? Learn more at bayclubhappy.com or stop by a Bay Club to see what we have to share.
You asked.
And we've answered.
KNX News is now on 97.1 FM.
Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Depend on us.
I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Karen Adams. Coming up on KNX News 97.1 FM.
Changes in COVID testing policy and upcoming surgeries at one of LA's largest, best-known hospitals. This is Craig Figner reporting.
Coronavirus infections skyrocket again in LA County, now topping 37,000 in a single day.
These stories next 15 minutes. 3:15, traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Brought to you by Caliber Garage Doors. And here's Denise Fondo.
We've got a SIG alert for that wreck on the 605 northbound right at Rose Hill. So I there was a lot of activity there. I was pretty sure they were going to issue this. We've got the fire department on scene, a couple of tow trucks, flatbed tow trucks moving into the scene. One may already be there. Your carpool and left lane are closed down. You're slow from the 105, and I know it's always slow from there, but you've got even more reduced speeds than usual. So not a great drive on that 605 north. And even before that, northbound side at Rosecrans, we had an injury crash. And on the southbound side at Beverly Boulevard, we still have a problem reported here. And this is a stalled van, which is blocking the Beverly off-ramp. On the 91 in Cerritos, eastbound side, right at the 605. We've got 2 separate crashes there. CHP says one lane's blocked, and that's the left lane. And there is a bunch of activity on the shoulder of the road. In Exposition Park on the 110, if you're on the northbound side, right at Adams, we've got a mattress reported in the fast track lanes. And then downtown LA on the 101 northbound, right at Spring Street, the Spring Street off-ramp. We've got another traffic hazard, and it looks like that's a stalled car, or at least it's a stopped car. They've got a flat tire that they're changing. Make Caliber Garage Doors your number one choice for new garage doors. Right now, $200 off, as low as $699 installed, including free bottom seals and haul-away. Caliber Garage Doors will beat any advertised price. Hundreds to choose from at CaliberGarageDoors.com. That's CaliberGarageDoors.com. Next report, 3:25, with more reports more often from the Toyota of Glendora.com Traffic Center. KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Our temperatures today, a little bit warmer than yesterday. Upper 60s for the beaches, low 70s for LA and Orange County Metro, upper 70s for the valleys, mid 70s for the Inland Empire, mid 60s for the high deserts, and we'll have mid 50s for the mountains. With Southern California's most accurate, dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2 meteorologist Amber Lee for KNX News 97.1 FM.
70 in downtown LA, 72 in Fullerton, 75 in Riverside.
It's 3:17. The Omicron variant is causing staff shortages at one of LA's most well-known hospitals.
It's a major turnabout for LA's Cedars-Sinai. The demands of Omicron, the surge, forced the hospital to limit all COVID-19 testing to people who have symptoms. They're no longer doing COVID tests for people who need them for upcoming travel or because they think they've been exposed to the virus, and on antiviral pills to battle COVID. Cedars says when they get them, supply will be tight, that they'll only be used to treat the most severely ill patients on elective procedures. If it's already scheduled, it's a go. If not, for now, no new surgeries at Cedars. Craig Figner, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Many of LA's YMCAs stepping up to help deal with the big demands for COVID testing.
13 YMCAs in the city of Los Angeles are now on board offering free COVID testing.
The Y has always been here for our community, and we like to be seen also as a resource center in addition to all of the wonderful programming and childcare that we offer.
Lori Siegel is executive director of the Culver Palms YMCA.
One of the board members at the Torrance YMCA actually runs labs, and he was able to connect many of the branches in our area. We're using a couple different agencies at the different branches and different labs as well, and we were able to roll these out to the community.
Siegel says the tests are free, appointments can be made, but they're also accepting walk-ups. Chris Sedens, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Despite a big outpouring of love for Betty White, her funeral will be kept private. Betty White's close friend and agent says the actress never wanted people to make a fuss over her, so arrangements are quietly being made for a private ceremony. She died last week, 3 weeks shy of her 100th birthday.
She's going to soon be the focus of an unusual new published tribute.
Betty White's life is being celebrated in a new biographical comic book. The 30-page comic by Tidal Wave Productions will follow her life and 80-year career, from her iconic TV days to her social media fame and humanitarian work. The comic book will be available next Wednesday, January 12th, ahead of what would have been White's 100th birthday. Tidal Wave has previously released biographic comics on other celebrities, including Carrie Fisher, Lucille Ball, David Bowie, and Elizabeth Taylor. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
3:20. Let's check your money. Here's Tracy Jonke.
Beer comes in kegs, cans, and in brown and clear glass bottles, and it's a shortage of the brown glass that has the maker of Corona beer talking about raising its prices. Constellation Brands says it typically raises prices by 1 or 2% in a given year. This year, it expects larger price increases. The rising price of beer ingredients is another factor. Around half of the people who drink Fresca use it as a mixer in cocktails. Soon, the spirits will be included in a line of Fresca canned cocktails coming from Coca-Cola and Constellation Brands. It will join Coke's Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. It's a collaboration with Molson Coors. And Pepsi will soon introduce an alcoholic Mountain Dew with Boston beer. Losses again on Wall Street bring the Dow's loss over 2 days to more than 500 points. Today's damage, 171 points. NASDAQ's down 19 points, the S&P down 5. We check your money at 20 and 50 after every hour. I'm Bloomberg's Tracy Jonke, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Looking back at our KNX heroes in 90 seconds is 3:21.
The Omicron variant is racing through the country.
And ICU beds are filling up as well.
And in Southern California, schools are facing staffing shortages.
And it is starting to impact schools.
Essential services are being pushed to their limits.
Ambulances and ambulance crews often cannot deliver patients to emergency rooms because they're overcrowded with...
For the latest, tune in often throughout the day on 97.1 FM.
We're in record territory here in California.
KNX News, 97.1 FM.
All right, we're at home with Claire, who is warming up for a bit of boxercise.
Yep, she's welcomed in the new year with a fancy new workout setup.
Look at that branded punch bag with matching gloves.
And that gorgeous coordinated athleisure.
So coordinated.
She is working out and working it.
Well, with prices this good on designer workout gear, how couldn't she?
Whoa!
She's back on the sofa.
With her feet in an excellently priced foot spa.
Iconic.
Get those toes to Marshall's.
Fabulous brands.
Feel good prices at Marshall's.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Checking the roads again in 3 minutes, including that SIG alert on the 605 at Rose Hills. It's 3:22.
Some of the most notable stories last year in 2021 involved our KNX Helpful Honda Heroes of the Week. We look back at some of those heroic moments.
There were highs and lows, celebrations and sadness, COVID, climate change, and world records. There was a lot that happened in 2021. When the COVID vaccines became readily available, Dr. Brett Feldman and his volunteer teams at Keck USC, well, they hit the streets, giving COVID vaccinations to the homeless population.
We have a pickup truck and backpacks, and we go out on walking rounds to see folks under the bridges, behind the dumpsters, in the riverbeds, or wherever they are, and all care is delivered on site.
The homeless were also top of mind for CrossFit coach Angie Armijo and Dr. Luke Palmisano of Dignity Health in downtown LA. The two paired up to collect hundreds of pairs of CrossFit shoes.
We go through them quite quickly in CrossFit. We wear off tiny little spots on them, but they're really decent shoes, and we all have closets full of extra pairs of them that we use for yard work and stuff like that.
The shoes are given to barefoot homeless people who enter the emergency rooms for care. Saving the world from trash is the mission of 21-year-old Edgar McGregor of Pasadena. He's been picking up trash in Eaton Canyon nearly every single day for over 2 years. He canvasses the hillsides, the pathways, through the wash, and by the waterfall.
The most common item would have to be like water bottles and aluminum cans. People bring them on their hikes and they finish drinking them, so they just drop it on the ground. Yeah, it's really been an amazing mission. I've learned so much about my park. I've met so many people out there, and I've been able to inspire people all around the world to clean up.
Edgar is nearing 900 days of picking up litter. And marathon runner Jocelyn Rivas is also inspiring the world. In 2021, at the LA Marathon, Jocelyn finished her 100th race.
I want to inspire the world to just know that nothing's impossible.
The 24-year-old graduate of Cal State LA, who's also a DACA recipient, is still waiting on official results. But if all goes right, Jocelyn will officially become the youngest person, woman, and Latina to run 100 marathons. KNX Heroes are brought to you each week by California Resources Corporation, saluting our military veterans and all of our heroes. If you would like to nominate a KNX hero for 2022, go to knxnews.com. I'm Heather Jordan, KNX News 97.1 FM.
COVID hospitalizations are steadily climbing in LA County, and today the daily case count stands at more than 37,000. It's 3:25.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Brought to you by Exergen. Here's Denise Fondo.
We've got a couple of lanes blocked on the 605 northbound past Rose Hills. Car pulling left lane blocked with an injury crash. And you've got a backup on that northbound side that starts right at the 105. So quite a crawl on that 605 northbound this afternoon. New trouble for the 605. This is on the southbound side of the 605. And it looks like it is right at the 105. We've got a dog running very close to that right lane. So as I always say, let's hope CHP gets there very quickly to run a break and get that dog safely off the roadway. On the 210 eastbound a little bit before Grand, we've got a motorcycle stopped. It's very close to that far right lane as well. On the Las Virgenes Road, just south of Mulholland, I just want to give you a heads up. If you take that roadway, we've got an injury crash there. This is a 4-vehicle crash, and that includes a motorcycle with fire crews already on scene in that location. Exergen agrees with a just-released study by the FDA confirming that non-contact thermometers aren't accurate, and their labels contain false information. So be sure, be accurate with Exergen thermometers, backed by over 100 clinical studies. Learn more at Exergen.com. Next report, 3:35, with more reports more often from the Toyota of Glendora.com traffic center. KNX News 97.1 FM.
Today, our warmest day of the week, so cooling down more clouds as we go into tomorrow and for the starts of the weekend.
LA's mayor is insisting the city is safe as police and firefighters deal with an outbreak of COVID. More in 3 minutes. It's 3:27.
We're on the sofa with Gina, who is enjoying a little TLC.
Check out that heated back massager.
Oof, a state-of-the-art scented diffuser.
Oh my gosh, even a cozy blanket.
Hashtag pampered.
And all from Marshall's for a total steal.
Fabulous brands.
Feel good prices at Marshall's.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
You want to know what
what wagertainment is? It's the picks, the analysis, the information, mixed with the laughter and the entertainment. Smart sports betting content that'll put a smile on your face.
The BetQL Network, streaming live each day and helping you bet smarter.
If you're a sports fan, you know why you should listen? It's sports betting content without the BS. No hot takes, no nonsense.
All the insight you need to bet smarter is at BetQL.com. And listen to the BetQL Network, streaming live right now on Odyssey.
Potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
That is the perfect visual. And I hear you're offering a special deal for our listeners as well. So pick up your phone right now. Aaron's going to give you 20% off your entire project and 18 months of 0% financing.
But you have to call right now.
So listen, folks, if you're looking for beautiful custom windows and doors made right here in L.A., call California Deluxe Windows at 800-843-1400. That's 800-843-1400. Again, 800-843-1400.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 7745518.
Writer Kate Michaels has a new project and an enigmatic new collaborator.
There's been murders in my neighborhood.
Sometimes there's a thin line between fact and fiction.
Who is it? FBI.
Please help. Ma'am, can you give me your address?
Kate Mara and Adam Scott in Ghostwriter, a new one-episode feature-length podcast movie experience from C13 Features.
Ghostwriter is available now on the Odyssey app and wherever you find your podcasts.
So, you have a new smart speaker or a connected device.
No matter what device you have, Odyssey has something you'll love.
Blast your favorite music on home entertainment devices like Roku, Chromecast, Sonos, and more.
Just look for the Odyssey app.
Want to access more stations through your car?
Try out Odyssey with Waze or Apple CarPlay. Plus, listen to your favorite stations on your phone with the Odyssey app.
Listen to Odyssey anytime on all your smart speakers and connected devices.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
When information matters to you,
that local gas prices could slide by as much as 30 to 40 cents a gallon.
when it affects your family,
Abortion and the U.S. Supreme Court, what the justices are saying.
when it's happening in your
An
neighborhood.
explosion involving an underground electrical vault has damaged an apartment building in North
KNX is there to bring all that information to you.
Much more coming up throughout the day here on KNX.
And now KNX is on FM, so you get that information static-free. KNX News, 97.1 FM.
This is KNX News 97.1 FM, Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station. I'm Mike Simpson.
And I'm Karen Adams. Our top local story at 3:30. L.A. County is reporting the highest one-day total of new coronavirus infections since the beginning of the pandemic. More than 37,000. That eclipses the record of 27,000 set just last week. And Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer says there are twice as many people in the hospital with confirmed COVID cases than there were just a week ago.
We do have some concern that as we see these rapid increases in cases and the increases in hospitalizations, we could soon begin to see some increases in deaths. And unfortunately, those deaths are far more likely to be among unvaccinated people who are currently 25 times more likely to die than people who are vaccinated.
She says less than half of the people hospitalized with COVID are there because of COVID. Most were admitted for something else and then tested positive. And hospitalizations still are well below what they were last winter. The test positivity rate, though, which was below 1% a month ago, now is just under 22%.
We'll talk with the doctor about the exploding infection numbers. We can get answers to your coronavirus questions. We do that every Thursday afternoon. That's coming up in less than an hour. It's at 4:15. Despite the COVID challenges that are out there facing LA police and firefighters, the mayor is insisting the city is still safe.
Omicron is hitting everybody, both vaccinated and unvaccinated.
The numbers are stunning within LAPD's ranks. In LA City Fire, the Omicron variant, according to Mayor Eric Garcetti, has taken off like wildfire.
505 officers. For LAFD, that number is 299 employees.
Hundreds of cops and firefighters in quarantine at home.
We know Omicron is not as severe. That is the good news. 5 out of 6 of every police officer, every firefighter is in compliance, fully vaccinated.
The solution, he says, is additional money to pay overtime to cover shifts for firefighters and police officers who are still on the job. Craig Fickner, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Shock and sadness among first responders today. An L.A. County firefighter was killed while trying to put out a house fire in Rancho Palos Verdes.
With the police escort in the lead, a procession of L.A. County fire engines and apparatus from different fire departments from across the region followed a coroner's ambulance with the body of the fallen firefighter inside as it left the hospital for the medical examiner's office in downtown L.A. The firefighter was a 20-year veteran but had only been with L.A. County for 2 years. L.A. County Supervisor Janice Hahn said the rarity of this kind of incident is what makes it so hard to deal with.
It's hard to believe, but we have not lost an LA County firefighter since 2009 in an actively fighting a fire. So, it doesn't happen that much, but when it does, it's just beyond tragic.
In the meantime, sheriff's homicide detectives and arson investigators will be poring over the remains of the gutted home in Rancho Palos Verdes in an effort to determine the exact cause of the fire. At Harbor UCLA Medical Center, Pete Demetrio, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
The firefighter is identified as 47-year-old Jonathan Flagler. He's survived by his wife and the couple's 2 boys, 13 and 15.
2 women robbed in yet another home invasion. This one at the end of a cul-de-sac in Sherman Oaks, a neighborhood of multi-million-dollar homes up in the foothills.
We're hearing this may have been a targeted robbery and a frightening experience for the 2 housekeepers who were asleep inside at 2 a.m. That's when the robbers somehow got in. The suspects woke them up at gunpoint. They made the women get on the floor. They zip-tied them, and they stole their phones. Officer Drake Madison is with LAPD.
There were 3 suspects. No dissent at this time. They were all black on black, except for one who was wearing a gray sweatshirt.
We understand the residence is the home of a social media influencer and her toddler son, whose father is a big-time music producer. They were not home when this happened. We also understand the women were scared and waited quite a while to make sure the thieves were gone, and then they kept pressing the button to the Ring doorbell. That alerted the owner, and she called police. LAPD is still hunting for the suspects. In Sherman Oaks, John Baird, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
A new report from Consumer Watchdog says California is losing up to $200 million a year because of fraud in the state's recycling system. The money is stolen through falsified weight tickets, padded recycling loads, and other methods. Lisa Tucker, who wrote the report, tells KNX California does things differently from other states that give money for recycled bottles and cans.
The other 8 bottle deposit states in the United States actually use a system that puts the responsibility for crafting this whole system of bottle deposits and redemption onto the beverage industry and to the distributors of the beverages.
Consumer Watchdog is supporting a bill in the state Senate which would require the beverage industry to take responsibility for bottles and cans through recycling and final disposal. The president marked the 1-year anniversary of the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. We'll have the very latest coming up after traffic. It's 3:35.
Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. And here's Denise Fondo.
You're in for a busy drive, as in slow on the 605 northbound. We've got a crash at Rose Hills and a ton of slowing on the northbound side from the 105 on up. A couple of cars involved in this one. We had some injuries, and carpool and left are blocked there. So busy spot. And there was also an injury crash on the 605 north at Rosecrans, and we had a little problem 605 south at Beverly. So super busy for everybody. 5 northbound right at Roxford. 3-car wreck reported, and that is blocking at least one of the travel lanes. No problem reported for the 405. This is on the southbound side of the 405, and it is right around Rosecrans. We had a bunch of debris reported in the 2 right lanes, so there's a chance we're going to see a break in traffic to get that cleared out of the way. An injury wreck on the 91 eastbound near the 710 is gone, but it looks like that also left some debris in the roadway, and that was out in the 2 and 3 lanes. If you spot traffic trouble, give us a call on the KNX Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line 323-467-1070. Next report, 3:45, with more reports more often from the Toyota of Glendora.com Traffic Center. KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Sunshine, 70s out there, even some upper 70s. Chatsworth coming in at 80 degrees. So nice day today. As we go into tomorrow, more clouds, sea breeze is back, and cooler temps, at least a couple days of that. 5-day forecast at 3:45. 70 in downtown and 70 degrees in Santa Ana.
It's 3:37, marking 1 year since the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol. We have in-depth team coverage.
The current president goes after the former president.
Here's the truth. The former president of the United States of America has created and spread a web of lies about the 2020 election.
President Biden says it was former President Trump who helped incite the violence 1 year ago today that led to the Capitol insurrection. Correspondent Steve Dorsey.
The former president called Mr. Biden's remarks political theater and a distraction. Mr. Trump had planned a news conference today at his Mar-a-Lago resort that was later canceled.
CBS's John Dickerson with a look back on that day when President Trump rallied his supporters to help overturn election results.
What was extraordinary about January 6th is you've never had a person of such high political power, you can't get any higher than the president, take such direct aim right at the heart of democracy. And what is the heart of democracy? That you can peacefully transfer power. And that's what President Trump tried to undermine.
I'm Matt Piper.
You might expect Democrats to condemn the insurrection, but some who still call themselves Republicans, they do as well.
Polls are showing many Republicans do not view the events of January 6th in the same way as Democrats. And those Republicans still align with the views of former President Trump, but not all.
Donald Trump certainly remains in the picture. He remains the puppeteer, I would say, for all these people, and it's unfortunate.
Olivia Troy is director of the Republican Accountability Project.
There has been time and time again opportunity for Republican leaders who are currently elected in Congress to push back on this, but yet they continue to double down on this narrative.
Troy was also an advisor to former Vice President Mike Pence. Charles Feldman, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Political analyst Jason Whitehead of Cal State Long Beach tells KNX former President Trump struck an important new note in his statement today about the anniversary.
He does try to pivot away from the election. He actually says at one point, let the Democrats have January 6th. Because America sees through their lies and polarization. And then he pivots to what he calls the failed policies of the Biden administration. This is what you're going to see in the lead up to the 2024 presidential election, as Trump is already running, I think. And he's trying to look more presidential, finally, at last.
He also says there was almost no mention by President Biden in his speech of moves in Congress to stop states interfering with voting rights and elections. Whitehead thinks most of the battles ahead will be at the state level.
Tributes pouring in for acclaimed director Peter Bogdanovich. Died in his L.A. home overnight. Family says it was natural causes. Became somebody to watch at the age of 31. Release of his first major film, The Last Picture Show, in 1971. Movie brought him Oscar noms for Best Director, Best Screenplay. Followed it up with What's Up, Doc, Paper Moon, and Mask, among many other films.
And USC Film School professor Jason Squire tells KNX Bogdanovich was much more than just a director.
He impacted the world of entertainment for some 60 years as a scholar, a filmmaker, author, actor, journalist. His work also influenced many important directors today.
Squire says his work as a film historian helped connect younger generations to the work of old Hollywood directors like Orson Welles and Howard Hawks. Peter Bogdanovich was 82. And we're checking those rough drives again at 3:45, and there's a crash on the 101 in Calabasas. Watch out, it's 3:41.
We're on the sofa with Gina, who is enjoying a little TLC.
Check out that heated back massager.
Oof, a state-of-the-art scented diffuser.
Oh my gosh, even a cozy blanket.
Hashtag pampered.
And all from Marshall's for a total steal.
Fabulous brands.
Feel good prices at Marshall's.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you.
Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
So, you have a new smart speaker or a connected device.
No matter what device you have, Odyssey has something you'll love.
Blast your favorite music on home entertainment devices like Roku, Chromecast, Sonos, and more.
Just look for the Odyssey app.
Want to access more stations through your car?
Try out Odyssey with Waze or Apple CarPlay. Plus, listen to your favorite stations on your phone with the Odyssey app.
Listen to Odyssey anytime on all your smart speakers and connected devices.
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
You want to know what
wagertainment is? It's the picks, the analysis, the information, mixed with the laughter and the entertainment. Smart sports betting content that'll put a smile on your face.
The BetQL Network, streaming live each day and helping you bet smarter.
If you're a sports fan, you know why you should listen. It's sports betting content without the BS. No hot takes, no nonsense.
All the insight you need to bet smarter is at BetQL.com. And listen to the BetQL Network, streaming live right now on Odyssey.
Writer Kate Michaels has a new project and an enigmatic new collaborator.
There's been murders in my neighborhood.
Sometimes there's a thin line between fact and fiction.
Who is it? FBI.
Please help. Ma'am, can you give me your address?
Kate Mara and Adam Scott in Ghostwriter, a new one-episode feature-length podcast movie experience from C13 Features.
Ghostwriter is available now on the Odyssey app and wherever you find your podcasts.
Based on the best-selling novel by Francine Rivers.
You have to stop thinking that I'm going to be something that I'm not. I've got too many demons. I don't know how to love.
On January 21st, there is no brokenness that love can't heal.
You did not choose the life you have, but you can choose the life you want.
Redeeming Love in theaters January 21st may be inappropriate for children under 13.
How's your mental health? I'm Listening with Billie Eilish.
I feel like I spent a lot of time thinking about happiness and how it's just like it fluctuates and everyone thinks if you're one thing, you're going to be that forever and you're never going to be anything else. And it's really not true. Like happiness is temporary, but also so is like misery, and things just like morph and change. It just doesn't stay. It goes up and goes down and things change. And like, that's how life works.
Explore more at imlistening.org.
This week in music, Ringo Starr